What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Hope you guys are doing well today. If you guys are new here, my name is Anthony, aka Duck Deals, and I'm a part-time reseller. I go to thrift stores, yard sales, estate sales, things like that, and I look for stuff to flip for profit. We are actually going to the flea market today, and then we're going to a yard sale beforehand, so that's where I'm headed right now, and then we're gonna go to one afterwards. So super excited this morning. I just really, guys, just thank you for the support. We are just well on our way to 600 subscribers and well on my way to 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year, and I think that is highly obtainable, seeing the just progress we have reached thus far. So I'm just believing that we can reach it by the end of the year. I did want to throw out a bolo real quick before we get to the first yard sale this morning, and if you do not know what a bolo is, it's an item to be on the lookout for. It's just an abbreviation for that. So I was actually at a Goodwill and I found a Demarini. I don't know how to say it. I'll put it up on the screen on how to spell it and everything, but it was a baseball bat, and I'll put up the exact model that I found. I think it was like called a CFX Sprite baseball bat, like a fast pitch baseball bat, something like that. I don't know, it was weird looking and I just had to grab it. I bought it at Goodwill. It was on sale for $2.99. So I was just like, you know, I gotta take a chance with this. I get home, look up comps. Comps are just wild for this thing. I think there was like 5 listed, 80 sold. They were all selling around like $150 to $200 depending on the condition. So I got home, cleaned mine up really well, listed it for $150, you know, kind of on the lower end of my competition, and it sold the next day for $150. So I bought this bat for $2.99 and flipped it in a day for $150. I mean, obviously there's taxes and fees and all that, but still, that's well over $100 profit, and that's just amazing for a $2.99 pickup. So again, look at the picture that I put up and be on the lookout for that. But let's get to these yard sales and the flea market and see if we can find some deals. All right, guys, so I do have some bad news, and that bad news is, as you see now, I didn't have any footage from the flea market, and that is because I forgot my chest strap attachment. So I had the chest strap, I had the GoPro, but I couldn't attach the GoPro to the chest strap. So I mean, I could have just carried around the GoPro, and I thought about it, but I didn't want to just be awkwardly holding the GoPro, and then, you know, when I pay, I have to like put the GoPro away. It just seemed like a hassle, so I didn't do it. But let me just tell you that today's flea market trip was absolutely amazing. Of course, when I wasn't recording, I bought a guy's shirt off of his back, a vintage deer shirt. I'll show you that when I get home. And then I got a Sports Specialties hat for an amazing price. So we'll go home, and I still want to do a video for you guys so we can go through that items, and then maybe I can show you like my inventory and my like office setup and stuff like that. So we'll do that instead. But you guys will still see what I got at the flea market today. So little sad, but still excited that today's trip was just a huge payoff. And I think I only spent around $100 in total. So yeah, let's get home and show you what I got. All right, guys, so we are back home. It's actually been a couple of days. I just got super busy. I ended up coming home that day and then just having to leave immediately. So if it's, you know, my outfit's different, my hair is different, I don't remember what I was wearing. It's nighttime now. Anyways, guys, I just appreciate you guys watching the video. I did just want to take a moment to say, if you are new here, I just want to say that I really appreciate it. I really appreciate you stopping by the channel and just checking me out. Yeah, really, I just couldn't do this without you, and I'm not making money from YouTube yet, but just the support alone motivates me to keep going. So if you are new here, I just wanted to again take the time to just say thank you, and I hope you enjoyed today's video. I hope you watch some more of my videos, and I hope you consider subscribing. And I just want to say to all of those who have been subscribed, thank you as well. We are almost at 600 subscribers, which I was thinking about it the other day. I'm just like, that's crazy, you know. It's just like, I started making these YouTube videos like 2 months ago, and I've gotten 600 subscribers in 2 months. Just wild stuff. But anyways, again, I didn't have my GoPro on in the flea market, so I'm super upset about that. But I still wanted to show you what I got because it was just an amazing day. I ended up going to a yard sale afterwards. The guy Nick that I bought vintage stuff from in the past, really good friend of mine now, I actually went to his yard sale after the flea market and got some good stuff from there as well. So I will be showing you that. But yeah, let's get right into it.
So found all these hats. You guys saw all, or well, I guess you guys didn't see all that. See, I'm so used to saying that. I picked up these hats. I picked up both of these hats at the first spot that I went to. I picked up both of them for $5 each, so $10 in total. Super cool. Got a vintage Looney Tunes Miami Dolphins hat, and guys, I'll throw up comps for everything when I go over it. Miami Dolphins. This is an NFL AJD brand. Good find. I had originally not picked it up, and then I was thinking about it, and I just, before I left, I went back and picked this up just because, I don't know, I think it's vintage. I'm not exactly sure. I looked up comps on it, and I remember it being pretty good, so I went ahead and grabbed it. And then I went to this one booth. This is the best find of the day, and I'll get to it in a second. But I went to this one booth, and he had only these two hats out. This is an Atlanta Falcons, this is an American Needle, and Seattle Supersonics, and I forget what brand this is, AJD as well. And so I was looking at them, you know, because I am into vintage clothing, you know, like I've been saying. Again, you can follow at The Vintage Duck for all your vintage needs. So I picked up these hats, and I looked up some comps on them, and they were really good. So I was like, man, this is super cool. You know, I'm finding more hats. I'm looking for more hats, because originally I was just picking up shirts. So I'm trying to learn about hats. So, you know, that day that I went to the flea market, I specifically was trying to look for hats to pick up. So I found these, and then the guy that was selling them, I just asked him, you know, just to see. I was like, you don't happen to have any more hats, do you? And he was like, actually, yeah, I do. I have one that I listed online, and it hasn't sold. So let me go grab it. And he brings out this Boston Celtics Sports Specialties hat. Great condition, like just pristine condition. And if you know anything at all about vintage and hats, you know that the Sports Specialties hats are just worth a ton of money. And especially in that condition. It's not dead stock, which dead stock mean it's brand new with tags, never worn. But it's just, the condition on it alone is just amazing. So he brings it out, and I'm thinking that he's gonna be, you know, sell it to me for $100. He's like, yeah, I got it online listed for $200. And so I'm like preparing for him to drop like some crazy number. He was like, I'll sell it to you for $20. I was like, all right, let's do it. So long story short, not really, short story long, he ended up selling me all three of these hats for $40. And I'll throw up a comp for this hat. I'll try to find one that's in condition like this, because they do sell differently based on the condition that they are in. But just an amazing pickup, really, for like $20, $13, I guess, if you want to split up the three. So just an amazing blessing. And I think it just shows that it doesn't hurt to ask, because again, he only had these two out, and he brought this out in the car. He said he wasn't sure if he should bring it out or not, and he did, and I found it. So learn a little tip: ask at the flea market, ask at yard sales. If they have something that you're looking for, just ask. You never know. Picked up these little Looney Tunes thing. I don't think they're worth much. I'll throw up comps for these. I just thought they were cool. I really like Looney Tunes stuff. Been getting into it. These are little like handkerchiefs. Thought that was cool. Got Sylvester and Tweety Bird. So grab that. I don't think there's much money in that, but if anything, I'll throw that in a giveaway on to somebody who buys my shirt at The Vintage Duck. And guys, you would not believe it, but I found some Hokas. And I cannot tell you how many flea market booths I checked, how many yard sales I've checked, how many Facebook Marketplace ads I've checked, how many Goodwills I've checked to look for Hokas, and I could not find Hokas. And then I go up to this booth and I find Hokas. I couldn't believe it. Got them both essentially for $25, $50 for the pair. Amazing pickup. These do super well. Guys, if you are new to reselling, Hokas, pick these up if they're in good condition. Obviously don't get them if they're just absolutely just trash, but if they are in decent condition, pick Hokas up. They sell incredibly fast and just for a really good amount of money. So I would say if you can get Hokas less than, I would say no more than $35 a pair, you know, depending on what type they are, pick them up just because they do so well. So super excited that I found these. We got the Carbon X and then the Clifton 8. So both really good models of those. And then, like I said, I went to Nick's house. Nick's parents were having a yard sale, and I bought this Ping. This is a Ping G425 hybrid. And then I got this 3-wood TaylorMade, and I picked this up from Nick for $10, and I picked this ping up for $70. His dad, really cool guy. Like I said, really good friends with Nick, so it was just good seeing all of them. And his dad had this at 80, I think, and he ended up giving it to me for 70. So super grateful for that. But I had no idea, you know, in my head, I know pings are good. I had no idea how much it was worth. In my head, and I just want to say this just in case, you know, Nick is watching or his dad's watching, I had no idea how much it was worth. I thought, you know, oh, he's selling it to me for 70. I think he said he bought it for 150. So in my head, like, okay, it's a couple years old. I could probably get, you know, 120, 130 out of it, and, you know, make a little money. It's a quick flip. It's a ping golf club. I know it'll do well. Picked it up. I've already sold it. Actually, today, the day that I'm filming this, I sold it for $200, and that's on the lower end. Some people have it listed from $230 to $299. Now they're not selling for that much, but they have them listed for $299, and some have sold for $230. I listed mine for $210 to cut the competition, and then accepted an offer for $199 just because I did get it for such a good price. I wasn't trying to hold on to it forever to try to make an extra $30. If you wanted to, you could have done that. I could have done that, but I just didn't feel like it was necessary. But already sold it for $200. I spent in total on everything. I did pick up those Charlotte shirts. I don't know if I showed that or not. I don't think I showed that. I picked up some Charlotte shirts from Nick. Already sold those to a friend. But in total on everything today that I showed you, I spent $210, and I've already pretty much made that back with the Ping Golf Club. So everything else you see here will be, you know, complete profit. The Hokas, the hats, and then I'll show you another shirt that I got here in a second. But just crazy stuff. Let me show you this deer shirt that I got. I actually bought a shirt off a guy's back, and I'll tell you that story here in a second. This is my vintage clothing setup. I did have it set up on this rack over here, but I am doing a vintage pop-up here. Go to my Instagram at @thevintageduck, and you can check out when that pop-up will be. So super excited. If you guys are in the Charlotte area in North Carolina, you can come check me out and come buy some vintage gear. But anyways, this piece right here, deer single stitch on the Tennessee River, made in USA. Amazing shirt. I saw a guy just sitting on the end of his truck with his booth set up, and he was just chilling there. So I went up to him and I was like, hey man, how much for your shirt? Or I was like, would you be willing to sell your shirt? And he thought about it, and he was like, I would, but I don't have a shirt to change into. And I was like, you know what, man, how about this? How about if I find you a shirt and I pay you for your shirt, will you sell it to me? And he was like, sure. And I was like, okay, well, how much would you be willing to sell your shirt for? He said $10. And if you know anything about vintage, again, that was a really good price. I want to say I can get to 50 to 60 bucks for this shirt. So I go look for a shirt, end up finding a shirt. It took me like 30 minutes to find a shirt, you know, that was cheap and his size. Ended up finding it for $3, brought it back, bought the shirt for $10. So in total, I am $13 in on this shirt. Amazing shirt. Again, you go to the Vintage Duck if you want this shirt. Amazing deer. Come on, you just can't beat that price. But crazy story. Wish I could have gotten on video, but I didn't. But anyways, I'm super grateful. It was a great time at the flea market. And again, ask questions to the vendors, to people at yard sales. If you want something, just ask. It doesn't hurt to ask. And if they don't have it, they don't. And if they have something extra, they got something extra in the house, you know, packed away. They didn't think about bringing it out. They forgot about it. They didn't think it would sell, whatever it is. Just ask. But anyways, guys, I'll throw up the potential profits. Super good day at the flea market. I am back at work, so I am back to more like part-time on the reselling. I work in a school system, so I was off for the summer, but now I'm really on the grinding on the weekends. But again, that was potential profits for one Saturday, and I think that shows, you know, you just put in hard work and dedication, and get up early and search for some deals, you can find it. But yeah, I appreciate you guys. If you like today's video, leave a like and consider subscribing, and we will see you on the next one.